following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to Robert in New Jersey. Hey, Robert, what's going on?
Hey, Tom. A great show.
Thank you so much.
I've been listening to you for years. You got a great thing. I've been listening to you for over a decade. That's amazing. You've done a great job.
I appreciate it, man. Appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Those who don't believe in magic will never find it. Yesterday's gone. Tomorrow's not here. What are you doing right now? Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 33, Nasdaq's down 35, S&Ps are off 3.5, gold contract up $9, trading at $1,146 an ounce. Silver up 19 cents, $15.90 an ounce. Platinum up 21 at $9.35 an ounce. Copper flat at $2.35 a pound. Light sweet crude up $2.20, $48.47 a barrel. Bonds, 10-year up 5 ticks, 129. 30-year up 17 ticks, 157.27. Both the 10 and the 30, folks, rejected lower price this morning, have lighter volume, gone positive. Bonds continue to want higher price, lower yield. King dollar just can't handle higher price, down 680 ticks, 95.56. King dollar's going after the August 24th swing area. The top of that is the 95.20 area. The bottom of that is 92.80. And the way commodities are trading out here, I'm talking about all commodities, folks, is that dollar is going south. And these commodities have a rally going. I suspect there's not a short-term rally either. Euro is up 84 at 112, and you got the yen trading at 120.24. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have out here? Okay, first off, we're going to put up the SPY. The SPY is trading at a price point of $197.90. We've got to a price point out here today of $198.98. Gets over the highs of yesterday. Thus far, we've done 84 million. So we're coming into the downdraft from the 18th, and that downdraft has 223 million. Bottom line, there's not enough juice to take this market higher. I suspect we're going to close under the 198.74 out here today. That would be pretty easy to do since we're at 198.04. Bottom line, that level, when we came into that level yesterday, it came in with dramatically lighter volume. Today we did the same thing. You're actually coming into the downdraft, folks, from the 21st of August. That was 346 million shares. NDX 100, the Qs. What do we have with the Qs? Well, if you were out here early in the morning, folks, okay, the Qs were a nice little giveaway this morning. Why? Because the NDX 100 was flat when, in fact, alumina was down $30 pre-market and the IBB was down $6. So it's not that it's impossible that the NQs would be flat, but it's just it's highly improbable. So what do you have? Okay, the Qs go like this. Yesterday, what you did is that you had 32 million shares. You got to a price point of 105.78. Bottom line, you're coming into 48 million shares, and you're coming into 97 million shares. Bottom line, can't handle higher price. I suspect we're going to build cause to get down to the lower end of this trading range consolidation. That lower end is 98.75. The IBB is the one that gave it away yesterday. The IBB failed on price, on volume, all of the above yesterday. IBB got to a price point yesterday of 323. It had done 3.4 million shares. It closed at 308. Bottom line, couldn't handle price, had lighter volume, tested, failed. What do you have out here today? You're trading down $12. You're at 300. It's been as low as 292, and you got an expansion with volume. What I expect you're going to see out here next few days, it's going to build cause to go down and get into this 285.53 area. That's your high volume swing low. Thus far, basically, you got a big expansion of volume as we're getting into that area. Gold contract. What do we have with gold? We got action, folks. And silver is the one real action, but let's go through gold first. So, gold contract. 114,000 contracts out here. We run to 1151. This is intraday. Well, it's going to end up being more than intraday. 1165 is on game price point right now inside the gold market. We hit 1151 today. Your swing points, you get 1156, which we need 220 million. You have 1169 that has 264 million. We're going to have to build a bit more cause, I suspect, in order to get up to that level. But that's what I expect you're going to get, and you're going to get that pretty quickly. And why do I think you're going to get that pretty quickly? Well, check this out. Silver is a trip, man. Silver is just a different animal. So silver, folks, okay? Silver has saved itself 2 separate times, taking smoking on the way down. And I mean, it was vicious. Bottom line is that it rejected lower price after getting croaked on the 26th of August. It comes roaring back. It blows away the swing points with volume. Silver right now is at $15.87. You're over the swing high of August. What that is setting up, man, this is going to go make a run for the 1785 level going out to May 18th. We want to take a look at the SLV. The SLV is confirming the move. And what you have with the SLV, that's the iShares Silver Trust. That has 9.7 million shares today, $15.14, blowing away its swing high that had 4 million shares, that had 5 million shares, that had 7 million shares. You can see what's happening here. Bottom line, that trust wants to run up to 16.95. Big numbers, by the way, big numbers. Now watch this, though. This is the bigger action. Well, here, let's go to the dollar first. So dollar index. Dollar, and on a continual basis, has not been able to handle a price. This is pretty dramatic that you can't even make it to the swing point. Dollar index, you're down 686 today. You have 18,000 contracts, which is light, by the way, okay? Bottom line is that dollar is now right at the, well, it's 200 ticks away from the top of August 24th. This thing is going to run into this number, this August 24th number. We'll see whether they get volume to blow it through. Well, last time that we came down to that 92.85, it had real juice down there, and you break something like that and stay down there, that would send the dollar to the 85 area. Now, check this out. Commodities, folks, they're all running. It looks to me that what we have here is that there is going to be a total dollar breakdown. And not just the metals. You know, we're in the metals market. This is not just metals, man. This commodity market's going. We'll talk about it when we come back. And it really, you know, you talk about a contrarian deal. It's amazing how many funds have actually shut, but this commodity market wants to run topside. You stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Until recently, it was almost impossible for the average investor to hedge against currency risk in Europe or Japan. For a bold trade on Europe or Japan that protects against moves in currency, trade HEGE or HEGJ, 2 times currency hedged leveraged ETFs from Direction Investments. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now are up 30. You get the Nasdaq down 34. S&Ps are off 3.5. And when we're talking about commodities, folks, as one of the Z in the Den's talking that, when you do have these commodity funds, Cargill, Kyle, closing down. There's a couple more that closed down today. It's pretty amazing how this thing shakes out, meaning that when you come into long-term lows, which, the commodity market's been going down for a good 3 or 4 years. Bottom line, that's kind of how bottoms are made. This run out here today is extraordinary. Not just the metals. We're talking. I can pull just about anything up. I'll pull wheat up right now. What you're going to see, wheat had already come off the lows. You have juice inside these things, and you get volume inside them. Wheat's just gone from 463 to 526. Oil, here, let's go look at this oil market, because this morning oil didn't have it had price going, it didn't have volume going, but I suspect we got the volume in it, because this expansion is a really sweet expansion. It does. So you get 394,000 contracts now. It's going after the 50.04 level. It looks like it's pushing there with volume. It looks like it's going to have it. The XLE does have it. The XLE, that has juice behind the move. 23 million shares. You're going into 19 million. Took it out. Bottom line, you're making your way inside a larger range. Now, it totally makes sense that, these are good bounces, but when you're coming off lows and you get 2, 3, 4 days with juice behind the move, it's a sweet little deal. Inside the gold market, the XAU, the HUI also has the juice inside it. The XAU, right now, we're trading at 53.11. That's going to make that run up there, 54.74. Thus far, let's see, 45 million. Yeah, it's going to have the juice. You're dealing. We won't get the volume until later today, but we did 45 million yesterday, pushing it to 50 million. The HUI, what do we have with the HUI? HUI also is up $3.08. You're trading at 123. That wants to go to 133.11, and she also is pushing with volume yesterday. She's doing 26 million shares, and she's going into 26 million. So that's a sweet little deal. That dollar, folks, that dollar's going to be big problems. And I suspect there's a couple different things that are happening. There was actually, do you remember a couple years ago, of when the amount of dollar bonds that were sold in the marketplace, meaning over in Europe and throughout the world. Those dollar bonds, I suspect, two different things are happening. They get that we pay back in dollars. That being said, you know, whether it's the Chinese selling the dollar, whether it's our own Fed selling the dollar, the bottom line is that they got to push the dollar into lower price. And that lower price has to do with the aspect that all the rest of these commodities are toast. That's the real bottom line. Now, folks, let's go over to our man, Mr. Basil Chapman. Don't forget, Basil has an outstanding show every trading day right here, 11 to 12 Eastern Standard Time. Also has a great newsletter, The Opening Call. You can come get that letter right now. Go to TFNN, go to newsletters, go to trading newsletters. You can test drive The Opening Call, 30 days, absolutely free. Basil Chapman, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
Very good. Thank you.
Cool, man. So what are we going to look at today?
So the pattern that I've been looking at in the Dow, right here, you can see it in this particular chart that I show my subscribers every day. And I show with the Chapman wave notation what we're looking at. What I had said for them this morning was that I'm expecting that we have a small doji type candle today, very much like the candle of the 28th of August. 28th of August, when the Dow went to 16,669 after two very strong candles, and that there's going to be a test of strength coming in. But and you can see that's exactly what's happened here. And I've got what's called the left side, right side price time match of the 16,933 level could be tested this week if, in fact, there's it doesn't have to be a close, just as long as there's a push above today's high of 16,865.09, we should, in fact, be pushing a little bit higher. And the MACD, you can see the MACD is strong and stochastic strong. Now, this is going to be very interesting. Remember, I had spoken to you last week, and I said, if I'm correct, there's a rotation that's going on, and it's the first time that I've seen the heavy cyclicals like General Motors, Alcoa, USX Steel, and even some, not all, but some of the financials. And that's very important because in this particular phase, because I'd been looking for weakness in the biotechs, the healthcare, and healthcare insurance type stocks, that would say that the previous very strong leaders are now faltering. And one of the reasons why that could be is because fund managers are, unless I'm mistaken, you'd probably have all the details there in front of you because you'd be able to look at the mutual funds, who's getting out of the different sectors. But I think I've been seeing big blocks coming out of the biotechs for quite a while. The rallies are starting to fail, and the XLV, the healthcare, S&P healthcare stocks are also starting to show that same type of thing. And that says to me that the sideways range in the Dow could continue a while longer. And that means we could be trading between, now, I'd also say to you, 16,000 of the Dow is absolutely critical. On Friday, that sudden, very sharp swoon to the downside looked as if, wow, we're going to test 16,000. If we take that out, that could mean more downside risk. All of a sudden, it stops at about 16,016, turns around, and we get 200 points down, turning into 200 points up. Now, that's saying to me that the trading range that I discussed before should continue. And this trading range suggests that the Dow could work its way into the 17,000s, the very strong resistance at 17,299. Let's call that 17,300, the low 300 area. And at the same time, the chart formation in the weekly Dow and the S&P have the same arch formation that says, you know, we could rally, but we're really just turning this into that lowercase h that turns into a lowercase m. So I'm thinking that there's still tremendous resistance on the upside, and therefore it's selectivity that we're looking at. Now, you were just speaking a moment ago about the metals. So as long as fund managers have somewhere to go, as long as there's some leadership, that gives you some kind of support, and that means that if there's some energy stocks that are included, the big multinationals will help, like an Exxon, will help the S&P. So I think that the trading range continues. I think this is a very selective market. Now, what I've been trying to do for my subscribers is identify that. And it was a very interesting thing. I had a question from a number of subscribers actually saying, just the other day, how come you are remaining short the IBB? We've been short from about 393 and the high was 400. And the reason I said was because any rally based on let me just move this 120-minute chart away and I'll show you something. That candle that I call the Roman candle, the one that opens at a certain point, especially when it comes off the top, and it makes just a tiny little wick that, this is where you light the candle right at the top. And then you get this long wick at the bottom, but then the body is red, but it closes just above halfway of the entire candle. When you start to trade below the halfway point, you've got to be careful. And look at the technicals are very weak. So I think the healthcare whole area is very vulnerable, and we're seeing a rotation into some of the cyclicals on a short, maybe intermediate term basis.
Folks, you can test drive Basil's newsletter right now. Go to TFNN, newsletters, trading newsletters, open and call. Basil, thanks so much. Have a great night, safe night. Look forward to the show tomorrow.
Thank you very much, Tom.
Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up 37. Nasdaq's down 29. S&Ps are down $1.50. Inside the Dow Industrials, strength versus the weakness. This is what we have out here. Strength is DuPont. DuPont is up $4.21, 55.50. That had run to 57.90. Right now it's at 55.50. Chevron's a good move, man. And Chevron was pushing with juice, folks. That's up 3.19, 87.22. You have Caterpillar up 186 at 71.04, and you got GE up 54, trading out at a 27.36. Let's go to Max in Fort Lauderdale. Hey, Max, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. Good afternoon.
How you doing,
I'd like
man?
to ask you a question before we get into the stock. When you were in New Orleans with that hurricane, you
Yes.
were there to open up a gold coin store with that treasure hunter. Whatever happened to him and his inventory? Did he lose it all, or what happened?
What they did is this. The store ended up. This is Katrina, folks. Okay, and Katrina. My son and I were down there. There was the opening of, oh my God, let's see, what was the name of the company? This is pretty bad. I can't remember the name of the company. It's pretty bad. 1 second, I'll remember this name because it's right out of Tampa too. They closed the store. That's the bottom line. The store opened. They closed the store a year later. And then what ended up happening, this company's still having a tough time because what happened is that each and every time that they'd actually the company, folks, is the one that has all these trawlers. It's an intriguing company because I was in there. I could see what they do. They can find the gold, but what the problem is that countries and insurance companies own the gold no matter when it went down, meaning that there's insurance policies that go back even 200 or 300 years ago. And so what they haven't been able to do is get enough money out of the countries and our insurance companies to make the thing profitable. So, and I can't believe I can't, let's see. I'll remember it before we get off. But that's what came down off of that whole deal.
But he didn't lose any inventory.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you talk about the commodities, do you include steel and you think steel is bottom there?
I'm glad you're calling in, man. This is intriguing. I can tell you, what's wild, folks, is that certain times when certain things really start moving, and I'm always watching commodities. In the last, let's say couple months, okay, when you see Glencore getting imploded, when you see these large funds closing, if I remember anything, I remember Merrill Lynch closing their commodity desk, which was one of the best commodity desks, well, their metal desk. They closed their metal desk in London in 2001. And that's right when I was getting into the gold market. And I remember reading, I loved they had amazing research, fundamental research. It was just amazing. And I said, man, this is a trip. Now, that was at the beginning of the run. They closed it basically a month before the run started. It was like, oh my God. Then they opened it back up like 4 years later. So when these large funds start going south, that was telling me quite a bit. I says, okay, man, you got to look for basically a run in commodities. Now, it hasn't stopped. Today, what you had, Bain Capital, which we all know Bain Capital, that's Mitt Romney's, he started it. He's not there any longer. They closed a $2.2 billion fund today. Bottom line, same deal, down big money, and so they closed it. And now to go back to steel, this is off the lows. So now let's go look at this. So we put it on a weekly. And what happens, folks, if you can get steel right, the actual steel companies trade just like commodities, which is a mind blower. So U.S. Steel has gone from $46 down to $11. The last time it had real juice on the way down is $15.68. Now, so I always like something like this that that's you're selling. So you sold out there, yet it has a bounce and then flushes down even further. Percentage-wise, it's a big percentage-wise. $15.68 down to $9.66, and if you take that aspect there, and then you take what steel is made of, which is it's all about iron ore, folks. And if you go over to Valley, it's like, okay, man, Valley had the swing low of 413 on the 24th of August, 32 million. It came into the 403 with 20 million, and that looks like it's trying to get back inside 496. So yeah, I mean, as a it could be more than a trade, but it's a good
Yeah, I
trade.
got in a couple of days ago.
It's a good trade, man. I think you get action. I think you get action up to 1487, man.
And I did get in a CBX also. You talked about being a good company for the last 2-3 weeks, and when it started up again, I got in.
Which one now?
A CBX.
Oh, did you, man? That's awesome, man. I wish I got that one. This is. You stay right there, man. This one's a good one, man. You know what's so weird about CVX, folks? CVX was actually stronger than ExxonMobil. It's like, okay, what's that all about? But it's running to. This thing wants to run to like 93. You're at 87 right now. It has the juice, man. I mean, you get 16 million shares out there today. You're going into. It'll take a little flack at 88, but looks to me like it wants to go. We put this on a weekly. Yeah, on a weekly. Yeah, 88 to 93's got action, man. And if we look at ExxonMobil, let me just see. See, ExxonMobil is not as strong as CVX. CVX is big action, man. Cooking, brother.
Well, you were saying that for 2 or 3 weeks, and I waited till what I thought was the right time.
Well, I like it, man. That's a beautiful thing, Max.
Okay, have a great afternoon.
You too, man. Thanks so much. Have a great one. Have a safe one. Let's go to Kevin in Orlando. Hey, Kevin, what's going on?
Hey, Tom. How you doing today, man?
I'm doing great. Yourself?
Not too bad.
Good.
Getting through the week and looking at an interesting trade here, and I'm seeing what you think about short and California Amplifier.
Yeah, is that CAMP?
CAMP. Here's what I was looking at. It gapped up on earnings 3 days ago.
Okay.
Went up on 3.5 million shares, which is way over its average volume. Yesterday went to a higher high on only 1.2 million.
Yeah.
Today went to a higher high, only 500,000, and giving it up.
Yeah. What I would do is this. I like what you're saying. It looks to me though it would be great if it had hit that 2182.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was looking at that, and I don't want to jump in on it too soon. I just see that volume drying up the way that it is.
No, it is. Listen, I know what you're saying, man. What we're looking at, folks, if you're in your car, see, there's a spike the week of the 24th of April, and that's a pretty good spike. That spike took out the last swing up there of 2236, 11 million. Oh, no, it didn't. Interesting. Well, it was 11 million to 11 million. Didn't take it out. It's a tough one.
Yeah, that's why I was calling to get your thoughts on it. It's a close one.
I'd still now this is what you got to take into consideration. The short interest on this is too much too. It's 9.69%. So 1 out of every 10 shares got to get bought. So I'd let it get up there. I'd let it get cooking, brother.
We'll keep an eye.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. Stay right there, folks. We'll come right back. Dow Industrials right now up 21. Nasdaq's down 31. S&Ps are off 3.5. We're going to be right back.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile based scanner in the industry. Powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com. Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund is currently offering 4-year first mortgages on many of the fully renovated properties that it has purchased. The first mortgages are third-party appraised with a maximum loan-to-value ratio of 70%, providing a secured investment that pays a fixed return of 5% annually, which works out to a monthly income of more than $416 per $100,000 investment with your principal intact and secured. These 4-year first mortgages are perfect for anyone looking for a secured investment that provides monthly income much like a CD. For more information, email tigerfund@tfnn.com or click on the Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund banner along the right side of the tfnn.com homepage, or call our office directly at 877-518-9190. There's a limited supply, so act now. The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. 877-927-6648. Let's go to Lou in Nashville. Hey, Lou, what's going on?
Hey, what's happening, Tom?
How you doing, man?
Hanging in there.
Good.
Yeah, I am still long the S&P. I'm just wondering if I should get out and go short.
You're long the S&P. Well, if you were going to go short something, I would go short the NDX.
I see.
Because it's, well, here, let's look at both of them first. Because there's two separate questions there. So if we take a look at the S&P, you can do this two different ways. You can turn around and say, okay, thus far, you know, we are at SPY. Okay, so you're at 197.91. You know, you necessarily don't have to close this. I mean, you know, bottom line, I mean, I think it's going to go down, but you can just put a stop under, you know, today's price and say, okay, man, you know, are you going to make this run tomorrow for the 199 to 202 area? That's one way of looking at it. Do you know what I mean? So that's not a bad setup, you know. I mean, depending when you got in, I mean, that's still not a bad setup, risk reward, you know.
I got in on Friday.
On Friday, so today's Tuesday. Okay, well, that's a good risk reward for you then. I'd stay right there.
Okay.
I'd stay there. You know, I wouldn't. To me, so stay right there. That's the bottom line. And when you do decide that you're going to flip that position, if you flip in the position, I'd flip it out of that, but it's the NDX 100 that's the weakest out here. That's the way that's shaking out. And what's going to happen, I suspect, now this is this is going to be a trip, folks, watching this shake out, because if in fact, now watch how whacked out this gets, because if I'm right about the commodity market, right, meaning that all commodities want to run, well, you know what's going to happen, folks? The small caps are going to run, because they're all small caps. So if you're short, don't be short the small caps, you know. And so I know it's wild, man. So I'm looking at this, I'm saying to myself, oh man, this is a trip just in general. The large ones won't go because all the stocks have got killed, but these small caps, they could go. You know, if we pull up the IWM, let me just pull up the IWM for a second. So yeah, see, the IWM, it hasn't tested that level yet. So it's like, okay, if all these small oil companies start moving, if the small gold companies start moving, if the iron ore companies start moving, you know, the small caps could get more juice. I think the NDX 100 to me is the most vulnerable in a huge way too. Particularly, you know, you get Apple. Apple can't move, man. And just Apple itself is a big number, but the IBB is the larger number. And the IBB, folks, okay, you have the IBB that has been on an amazing tear, but that's technically the IBB wants to run a lot lower. Fundamentally, let me tell you something. It's over the aspect of pricing drugs up 4, 5, 6, 700%, gouging people and people dying because they can't afford drugs. It's over. This game's over. Vertex, I think it's VTX or VRT. No, VRX. This is they were so smart in what they did. And no one could, what people had figured out, folks, is that, they didn't innovate, and they kept buying companies, but once the market figured it out, what they did, the bottom line is that you just buy companies and you raise all the prices. The game's over. It's absolutely over. And that's going to be straight across the board. And, bottom line, Vertex come off its high of 263 or at 166. This baby's making its way down to 137, 131. So that pricing structure, fundamentally, I say it's over. Technically, technically the stock wants to get lower. So that puts the NDX and the NASDAQ in general in tougher shape.
Good.
Cooking, brother.
Good news. Thank you.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. Platinum. Platinum finally got a move behind it, folks. You take a look at Platinum out here. Get off the bottom. We'll see whether I can get anything done. Bottom line, but it got off that bottom. And when you talk Platinum, so check this out. We were talking about Everbank. Well, we got an email from one of the tigers out here. Bottom line, which I didn't realize, that Everbank also has Platinum coins, folks, and they were at a great price, okay? They're selling gold selling gold $75 over spot. That's delivered to your house. They're selling silver $7 over spot. Now, I don't have the platinum price because I don't have the email in front of me, but I got an email earlier from one of the tigers, and it was an amazing deal. So the bottom line, if you do want to get some platinum coins, some gold coins, or silver coins, you can give them a call. Their number is 855-750-4051. So it's 855-750-4051. And when we say all in, what that means is that it's delivered to your house. Sweet deal. And the correlation. So the correlation right now, platinum for gold goes like this. Gold's 1146. Platinum is 935. That is a whopped out deal, meaning that platinum normally trades much higher than gold, and right now you're $200 lower than gold. So on a longer term basis, what's supposed to happen, and it doesn't always happen, but what's supposed to happen is that when you look at a bell curve, that's going to go back on the other side of that curve. When they're mining gold and platinum, the problem with platinum is that when it's inside the ore, it is much harder to get out of the ore. That's what this whole thing is about. Some of the high volume stocks that we got out here, this is how they're shaking out today. Let's go take a look at this. Whoops. Okay. Just gotta put the S&P up here. Okay, here we go. We have GE is up 52 cents. You get DuPont's up 3.79. That was up 5.50. Cisco is up 39. You have Netflix down 2.91. Facebook is off $1.80. Skyworks is down 1.68. Let's go over to DuPont and take a look at DuPont. So DuPont, they can their CEO. Bottom line, it comes off the bottom of 47, runs up to 57. It's at 55. This thing's going to pull all the way back down again. It's going to be wild watching this whole thing shake out. DuPont has been on a one-way streak. That one-way streak, $76 March of 2015, down to 47. Hasn't run into a swing point yet. And look at that, though. Comes right into the last time with volume. Amazing. So the top of that is 50. This is pretty cool, actually. So when you take a look at DuPont, this is what you have, folks. The last time we had volume in DuPont, August of 2011, $50.70 was the high. We got down to 47, closed at 48 last month, got down to 47 this month. Looks like it's going to close over it. That would be the test, because it looks like, let's see, it's only the beginning of the month, though. That's the difference. Okay, so let's see. We have 254 million. and you're at 53 million. Real question. Yeah, I'd wait longer to see what that volume is, because if the test isn't too much volume, you'll be right back down there testing that baby out once again. Dow Industrials right now up 22, Nasdaq's down 31, S&Ps are off 3.5. We're going to be right back, folks.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Let's go to Brent in Martinez, California. Hey, Brent, what's going on?
Tom O'Brien, how are you?
I'm doing great, man. Yourself?
Very well, thank you.
Good. How's your collection of water going, man?
I don't have a lot of time. I know I can give you this. I'll try to make it quick. It was last Wednesday. I went on just a day hiking trip.
Yeah.
To fish a mountain lake. It's up about 9,000 feet, and I just come down from that trip. Actually, I had a great trip with both my brothers and my youngest son.
Sweet.
And got down off the hike. It was altogether like 13 miles.
Wow, that's a good one, man, especially on hills.
It's a good one. Yeah, caught a lot of fish, all catch and release, all barbless hooks. You know, good stuff. And then on the way out, it started to rain, and I got a text from my wife saying that down the Bay Area it already rained a bunch until when I got home. I always leave it set up, my garbage cans, and they were all full again. And so yeah, it always works good. I just leave them set up, and so whatever happens, because I can't always be there when it's going on.
No,
so
totally, man, totally.
Figure that way I'm covered. I had a quick question about. I've been picking up some of these like Noble Energy, which I talked to Basil about, and then there's Denbury Resources. If you could look at that one.
Let's take a look. It's DNR. The low is 237. The high is $14.29. Okay, so they're off the lows with juice. So the real question is going to be, where's the run to here? Now, this is an equity, folks, that has run from $18 down to $237. Yeah, this is good, man. So I suspect, you know, I mean, 604 is game here. And this, when you're coming off a bottom, folks, okay, what you always look for is the highest volume on the way down, okay? And, you know, they always can smoke them past that. But once they come off the bottom, that's where they seem to like to run. And that number there is 604, man, you know? So that's ice, too. What's so cool about a lot of these commodities right now, folks, is this. I think that, you know, that we made the bottom, and particularly how these are all trading today. I'm talking about all of them, too. And so what happens in an equity like this is that you can be wrong in that aspect. I can be wrong in that aspect, but guess what? That's a dead cat bounce anyway. So it's like, okay, you know, you get $2 on a dead cat bounce, and it's a $3.80 stock. That's a good number, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got in at 250. I've traded the stock before. It's an interesting company. They have a technology that allows them to go to a lot of these second and third tier wells that other companies give up on, and extract oil out of there for a cheaper price than a lot of them can.
Well, this is what gets interesting in this aspect. People have given up wells everywhere, folks, okay, because of the fact for the you know, this market has got killed. So they probably have a lot more opportunity than they have in the past also. You know what I mean? It's
true.
Well, what's really cool, this is what's crazy about a commodity crush, which we've already had, is that when that happens, the aspect of it'd be the aspect of metals more than oil, because oil, what happens with oil, folks, it takes 30 days to get out of the ground, so they can move much quicker. But I suspect, you know, it's expenses. They got to cut back on expenses. In the metal market, they get rid of them. They have to get rid of them. I mean, it's the expense is just way too much. So you get some action there, man.
Tom. It's great talking with you, Tom. You have a good day, and I'll talk to you soon.
You too. Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. So as we come into this close out here, folks, what you're going to see is that bottom line is that you came into, you know, basically where the downdraft has been. That is the 21st, as well as the 21st of August, as well as the 18th of September, and it can't handle it. Bottom line, what does that set up? That sets up lower prices coming at us once again. Dow Industrials up 14, NASDAQ down 33, S&P's down 4.5. You stay right there, folks. We're going to come right back.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to Sam in Irvine, California. Hey, Sam, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you?
I'm doing great. You having a good day out there?
I am having a great day. Thank you very much. I want to preface by saying that I'm so grateful to you and TFNN for you to assemble such a great people, such a team to help the small investors like myself.
Well, we appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us, Sam. Thank you so much.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Believe in the magic of tomorrow, and your spirits will be lifted on the wings of hope. That's a beauty, man. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials up 13, NASDAQ down 32, S&P's off 6.5, gold contract up $9.30, traded $1,146 an ounce. Silver up 13 cents at $15.84 an ounce. Silver, folks, took out its swing point from August with volume. Silver's making the run to the May swing point, which is $17.85. You're at $15.84. Gold's up 9, had price spread, had volume. We're at $11.46. Gold's going to build a bit more cause to get over that to that August swing of $11.69. I expect you're going to see that in the next few days. Platinum up 21 bucks, $9.35 an ounce. Copper up a penny at $2.35 a pound. Light sweet crude up $2.44, $48.70 a barrel with volume, folks. All the commodities ran. It looks to me like these commodities are not only off the bottom, but this looks like an incredible run, actually. After the commodities basically have crashed since the 2011 to 2015. Bottom line is, it looks like we're on the move, and you're going to be on the move, and it's right across all the commodities, folks. 10-year bond. 10-year bond rejected lower price out here today. Finished up 8 ticks, 129.03. That's saying that the dollar, that the bond, the 10-year bond, also is going to go for its highs once again. The euro, the 30-year bond up 20 ticks after rejecting lower price with lighter volume, 157.28. That's saying both the 10 and the 30 are going after its highs. King dollar just can't handle higher price. King dollar down 710 ticks. We're at 95.53. Now, King dollar didn't have a lot of volume on the way down. What I do expect you're going to see, though, you're going to see the August 24th level get tested. The high of that level is 95.250. Right now, it's only 200 ticks from where we are. The low of that level is in the 92 area. You break that 92, and you're going to be at 85. The way commodities are trading, folks, it's telling me this dollar is going to go south. Well, we'll see where it shakes out. Euro is up 86 at 112, and the yen is trading at 120.20. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. Now, in the world of the SPY, what do we have? Bottom line, folks, is that couldn't handle higher price. You take a look at this baby, what you're going to see is that the SPY right now got to a price point today of 198.98. We did 103 million shares. Yesterday, you did 126 million shares. That level, folks, you're going into, first off, you're going into the downdraft that was created on the 18th of September. That had 223 million shares. That being said, your larger downdraft is actually 346 million. So the way it goes, you get 346, you get 223, you get 126 from yesterday, and you got 103 from today. The NDX 100, the 3 Qs. What do you have in the NDX 100? Same type of setup. NDX 100 did 32 million shares today. You did 32 yesterday. You're going into 35 million, and you're going into 97 million. Just can't handle higher price. The IBB was the culprit today inside the composite, actually. IBB is trading at 301.91. It traded from 310 to 292 today. You did volume of 5.8 million, so an expansion with volume. You're still inside the bar from the 28th. The top of that bar is 308. The bottom of that bar is 285. What that's saying is that we're going to build cause to try to get into that 285.53 level, which is the high volume swing low that was created on the 28th. Gold contract. What do we have with gold? Check it out, folks. Gold contract does 116,000 contracts. We're at 1146. You have 2 separate swings. You got 1156 is one swing. We're going to need a couple 100,000 contracts there. Your larger swing is from the 24th of August. That's 1169.80. My take here is that gold actually was going to run up to this 1234 level because we had broken the downtrend on the 11th and 12th of August. You've built cause since then, and you've had continual follow-through with price and volume. Silver market. The silver market did it, folks. The silver market, this is no doubt a psycho market, the silver market. Bottom line, though, volatility, yes, in spades, all of the above. Silver did it in spades, too. 55,000 contracts. Silver in 3 days is going from $14.30 to $16. It blew away its swing point. Swing point we're talking about is the August 21st high. That high was $15.77. Took it with huge volume. Silver's on its way up to the price point of $17.85. You take a look at the SLV. The SLV is the iShares Silver Trust, and your confirmation is also right there. What does the iShares Silver Trust do? We went from a price point in 3 days from $13.81 up to $15.35. Your swing point had 4.8 million shares, 7.8 million shares. We did 11.1 million shares. This Silver Trust wants to run to the price point of $16.96. Bonds, the 10-year bond. 10-year bond is also screaming that the markets want lower price. 10-year bond got down to 128.22 today. Had 1.1 million shares traded, 1 million contracts. That was going into 1.9 million. It rejected lower price, had lighter volume. You closed out at 129.01, and that's bottom line. That closeout, folks, it was a closeout over the high of August 24th. This is an ABC structure on the way up. It had taken out the B point on the 2nd, had the price spread, had the volume. This 10-year bond wants to run up to the price point of 131. The 30-year, same setup in the 30-year. What you have with the 30-year is this. 30-year got to 156.23, had lighter volume. We did 200,000 contracts. That was going into 338. Rejected lower price. 30 is going to go after this 161.17. You know, we'll see whether we get another ABC structure on the way up. And good old King Dollar, folks. Get the peanut butter and jelly out. Get the cream cheese out. King Dollar's toast. King Dollar is down 700 ticks, 19,000 contracts. We're at 95.54. We're going to be right back.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Let's go over to that dollar and take a look at the dollar. So what you have with the dollar, folks, is this. The dollar down 700 ticks, 19,000 contracts. And that's not a lot of contracts, by the way. What we'll see here is this. We're at 95.54. 95.27 is the number. We'll see how it basically hits that number. When this thing got taken apart on the 24th, it looked to me like it actually could get down to 85. If we go back, now watch this. We take this. I'm going to put this index back on a continuous contract. And the way this is set up, we've been in a consolidation, and that consolidation that we've been in is from February of 2015. We hit the $93 mark in May of 2015. We hit the 92.52 August. And we'll see how it shakes out. You break that level, oh man, you break that level, you're at 85 in about a heartbeat. Because when we went topside, we went from 79 up to 100 like nothing. We just went right through it. So the way the commodities moved out here today, it looks to me like that's the agenda that is out here. Now, let's go over to Adobe, ADBE. When you see this, this is just amazing, folks. So Adobe closed at $85.15. It's trading down $75. That's not the amazing part, though. The amazing part, and this always blows my mind, because this one here, okay, is a very unique situation. If you're into candlestick charting, council charting, this is a classic 3 black crow. Now, these are really hard to set up. Now, listen how this works. A 3 black crow is really insane how it works. You come off a high. So we come off the high August 18th. That high that was generated, $87.15, okay? You go straight down 5 days, okay? 1, 2, actually 3, yeah, 5 days. You get down to 71. So we go from 87 to 71. The 3 black crows setup is on the day of the 20th, the 21st, and 22nd. Now, the definition of a 3 black crow, first off, what happens is this. You have to have an uptrend going on a long period of time. And this is a classic, okay, because that's exactly what you had inside Adobe. Bottom line, Adobe goes from a price point of $60 up to $85. Then what ends up happening, this is the mind blower of a 3 black crow. You go all the way back up and test the highs. And in this case, we got to a price point. We didn't get to the very high. The very high was $87.25. Well, we got to $86.31. And then what ends up happening? You fall apart. These always blow my mind when they come into play because of the fact that when they hit, it's like, how does that happen? How can you get all the way back up to the high and drop out of bed? Well, bottom line, Adobe, you have it in spades. When the NDX opens back up, you're going to see that baby get hit in a big way. Yum Brands just come out with numbers. Yum Brands closed at $83.40. That's trading at $68.70. You talk about getting smoked there. $68.70. Unbelievable. So Yum Brands is going to blow away the August 24th low. This is going to be a monster ABC down. Man, this is a trip. I'm telling him. Volatility, this is a market beyond belief. So, let's see. I put this on a weekly. See what we get set up here. Okay, so a weekly, you got 95, 71, 80. You get 24 bucks. 24 gets you 60 bucks. 60 bucks, here we come, and 65, you get volume. Let me pull this back a bit more. Let's see, I got this on a weekly right now. I'll put this on a 3-year weekly. Actually, I'll put it on a monthly. We'll see where 65 is laying out. Yeah. Okay, so check it out. Yeah, this thing's going to, okay, so on a monthly, February of 2013, the high 66, the lows 59. That's where it's going. And it looks to me that what you're going to see is that this is coming off the high, and you're coming off that high with volume. This is some real destruction, man. You know, when these futures open back up, you're going to see some heavy destruction inside this market, folks. Mohawk, MHK. So Mohawk, I'm trying to. It doesn't look to me that Mohawk actually come out with numbers yet, but what Mohawk did do today, and this is one we were looking at last night, Mohawk opened up today at 196.61 and traded down. Now, that's a big number. The reason being is that this is, to me, it looks like this is just a retracement in an equity that has gone from a price point of $16 up to $200. I'm familiar with this company because of the real estate that we own, of course. And what happens is that Mohawk, folks, whether in every Home Depot, Lowe's, or wherever you're going, you go, it's not just, this used to be just a carpet company years ago. Bottom line, they have everything. They got the carpets, the ceramic tile, the laminates, the wood, the stone, you name it, they got it, they own it, all under a bunch of different names. This baby here, it looks like it's going to be a good retracement. That retracement can take down to 141. That's a natural retracement, by the way, on a market that can go higher. So we'll see where that whole thing wants to go. Just the aspect of Adobe, if you want to see how this correlation goes. So the Qs were down 50 cents. We're at 105 since the futures aren't trading. Now they're trading at 104.74. The SPYs, let's see where the SPYs are. The SPYs were down another 50 cents. They closed at 197.81. They're at 197.40. And in that correlation, by the way, just what you can see, the SPYs are only down 66 cents today. They're down another only 40 cents right now. The IWM, let's see if it's affecting the IWM also. The IWM closed at 112.56. That's trading at 25. So let's go back over to Yum. And what is going to happen tonight, too, by the way, folks, is that China has been closed. The Chinese market is open tonight. When we come back, I'll go over that Chinese market for you. But let's see what Yum Brands is saying. So earnings the estimate was $1. They made $1. No, the estimate was $1.06. They made $1. Revenue estimate was $3.66 billion. They took in $3.43. That's why that thing's getting hammered. The comps, this is a big one. This is China, too. The comps, the estimate of same-store sales, the estimate was an increase of 9.6%. They only did 2%. Big numbers, no doubt about it. I do want to thank Tiger Kip for giving me a great heads up. He just came back from China. We got a nice rundown about what's going on over there. And bottom line, folks, is that China, has some big problems. And there's a slowdown happening in an incredible way. A huge amount of people, no doubt. In pullback, listen, pullbacks always happen. That's what it comes down to. Some of the higher volume stocks out here today, this is what you have happening inside that. And I'm sure Adobe's going to be hitting a lot more stocks. Actually, let's pull up Adobe first. So inside the Adobe, let's see. So Adobe, Autodesk. Let's see where Autodesk is. So inside Adobe, you're dealing with the same sector would be ADSK. And let's see if that's hitting that. ADSK. Autodesk closed at 44.80. No, it's not hitting that yet. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Dow Industrials closed up 13. NASDAQ up. NASDAQ go down 32. S&Ps are off 6.5. When these futures open back up, folks, between Yum and Adobe, there's going to be some real action out here. Going to be right back, folks.
today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
TFNN has just announced a brand new morning lineup that is geared specifically for traders in this volatile traders market. Every morning at 8 a.m., John Logan starts things off with his daily program, The Global Market Pulse. At 9 a.m., Larry Pesavento trades the market during the market open Monday through Friday on Trade What You See. At 10 a.m., Tom O'Brien hosts the Money Masters for the hour, and Basil Chapman hosts his Tiger Technicians Hour at 11 a.m. From 8 a.m. till noon every market day, these traders are with you as they provide up-to-the-second market information so that you can make the most educated and profitable trades possible. The new TFNN morning lineup is happening right now. Tune in to see for yourself what kind of actionable trading discussion they have each morning, Monday through Friday, starting at 8 a.m., live only on Tiger TV at TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. If we go to Adobe, so Adobe's trading down $10. Let's see what they're having to say here. Their estimate, folks, was $3.20. They're coming in at $2.70, so that's a big number, no doubt. Adobe gave a forecast for fiscal 2016 sales and profit that fell short of the analyst estimates. Revenue in the year ending November 2016 will be about $5.7 billion. Profit will be about $2.70. These projections compare with average analyst estimates of annual sales of $5.9 billion, so they're $300 million short. So I guess this is only man, this is a trip, man, because this was a warning yesterday too, and man, these warnings, they're taking this thing south in a big way. Adobe shares fell to $74, and I believe right now, they're at $76.80. Adobe had closed at $85. We go back over to Yum Brands, and Yum Brands also is down 83 to 69, so that's down $13. That one there is really getting smoked. Well, I guess they both are, you know. But the anything under 71.39. That was the low that was established out there on the 24th. And the more equities, folks, that you see breaking the 24th, the heavier deal it can become on the downside. So it's certainly a big number. Now, let's go over and take a look at the oil market because it seems that so oil today went up $2.40. You did 403,000 contracts. This looks like this can be an ABC up, which is really cool. So the A point on this was 38.50. The B is 50, so you get $12. The C is 43.53. That's 65. That right? 12, 43, 53. No, 55. 55. And 55, yeah, see, this is pretty cool. Because 55, folks, would actually bring you to where ICE is, where the breakdown occurred on the 6th of July. Now, watch this, though. And not that I know there's plenty of people that you know, you're not trading commodities. Remember, you can do ETFs inside the commodities. This is what we had out here today. Crude oil was up 5%. Heating oil was 4%. Gasoline was 3.8%. Lean hogs were 3.5%. Cattle was 2.3%. Wheat was 2%. Orange juice was 1.3%. Corn was 1.2%. Gold was 0.8%. Soybeans were 0.4%. Natural gas was 0.1%. There's only 3 well, I don't have every commodity up here. I have 29 commodities on one page. Nickel was down 0.8%. Sugar was flat, and so wasn't cocoa. The way that these commodities moved out here, folks, and I had brought this up in the first hour, it looks to me that what we have is this. We have a real bottom inside the commodity market. So here, let's do this. I'm going to bring you back to, let's see, we could use oil as the aspect too. When I'm talking about commodity bottom, I'm talking about a very long-term bottom. Now watch this. I'm going to take the continuous contract on oil first, and then we can do it with gold. I'm taking this back 20 years. So the reason I'm taking it back 20 years, by the way, is that it laid a base, you know, from basically 2000 going over to 2003, 2004, the oil market itself. So then what did oil do? Oil goes from $30. Let's say 2003 we're $30, right? First leg up took it to 78. That leg lasted from 2002 to 2006. You pull back down to 49, from 78 to 49, then you just rocketed, man. It was insane. You went to 147, right? We crashed, 147, you get down to 32. What do? You run back topside to 114, you go sideways from 2011 to 14, you crash again. The crash that took place still didn't get down to the lows, which is 32. Now you're going to come off that level. Two different things end up happening, which is pretty cool here. If we even do a 50% retracement of that move, that's going to get you to 77 or something, okay? That's going to move things. Now, watch this. We're going to go over to the gold market. I want to show you something. Where this has to do with, as far as I'm concerned, folks, and I'll walk you through this. It has to do with the dollar, but it has to do with bonds, too. It has to do with the amount of debt that is structured across the world in U.S. dollars. Okay, so if we go over to the gold market, what you're going to see is that, you know, gold basically was trading at $300 in 2002, 2003. 2005, it starts moving, goes from 414, gets up to 1,033, and 08, crashes down to 681, then takes off and does a 1 to 2 ABC structure up to 1920. That's 2011. First leg down, takes it down to 1206. We go sideways. What do? Well, we got right into where gold actually broke topside in, I think it was July. It was November of 09, okay? Takes it down November 09. What do we have now? Now you're moving topside once again. Now check this out. This is what's really wild with gold. You're 1146. All gold has to do is get over 1169, and what that's going to do is put it up to 1348. It's like, okay. So what's the catalyst? Okay. If you go back to the dollar, what the catalyst is this. Do you remember a couple years ago? A couple years ago, folks, we were talking about the amount of bonds that were getting issued in U.S. dollars. Now, since then, what has happened, and this is happening in South America in a huge way, what has happened is this, is that the dollar It's not that the dollar, has gone higher. What it is that all the other currencies have gone so much lower. So now picture this. You have all these countries, all these corporations that owe money back to investors in what? In U.S. dollars. What would be the easiest way to try to settle down the marketplace so that it could be paid back? Because guess what? It can't be paid back at this particular point, because if any of these companies, well, if we take Brazil in particular, in Brazil there's so many dollar bonds that's insane. Well, we know, huge scandal, huge fraud. Bottom line, they owed billions and billions, but now it's hundreds of billions because their currency broke down, okay? So now what does that mean? Well, if the currency broke down by 30%, that means whatever loans they have are 30%. If it's 50%, 50% more. Get the gist of it? Okay. So when you put that together, it's like, oh man, I see what's going to happen now. So it would totally make sense, because the Chinese, my take is that the Chinese have already started this. And, this was going back it was actually a couple months ago, so I was talking to Angie Hecht about it. My take, and we don't know this for sure, my take was that the Chinese were selling the dollar to keep the yuan stable, basically. Because if the dollar goes too much, the yuan will basically get imploded. Now, the Chinese have plenty of money in order to sell enough dollars to keep the dollar lower, so this goes on a lighter basis. And believe me, folks, we want this on a lighter basis. Now, that being said, what ends up happening is that our own Fed, our central banks, can get involved in this. Why? Because guess what? All these monster funds are owed huge amounts of money on these notes. They're securitized notes. They're out there. This baby could be a huge problem. That dollar's going south, and real assets, hard assets, are going north, folks. You stay right there. We'll come right back.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now, you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile-based scanner in the industry. Powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
take your phone calls. Now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. And folks, don't forget, if you're driving in your car, that we do 10 hours of live programming at TFNN. We kick it off every day, 8 o'clock in the morning. Normally, our man, Mr. John Logan, he is just recuperating a bit. Larry's filling in for him. Larry's got an amazing show. He goes 2 hours in the morning. We go from 8 o'clock in the morning to 6 o'clock at night live. We replay that. You can get it all right on your cell phone, tfnn.mobi. And we happen to know, which is so cool, man, is that, we just got an email from one of our targets, and the bottom line is that TFNN.mobi does work in China. They block many, the Tiger TV is blocked out there, but the bottom line is that Mobi works. So guess what? Right around the world. Let's go to Frank in Gloucester. Hey, Frank, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, how are you?
I'm doing great, man. You having a good day out there?
Very good, thank you. Very good.
Cool, man.
Put my stops in and went to the beach this afternoon, but now I'm back.
That's a beautiful thing, man. You got to enjoy it right now. You got the beautiful weather up there right now.
Yeah, not too many of these days left, I don't think.
You have to come visit us down here, man.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Later on this winter, we're coming down.
Good.
Hey, a question before I get into the stock. The stock is LNG, and I want to go short. But I also follow the 5-day ARMS.
Yeah.
And the ARMS was down yesterday to just about 3.0.
Yep.
And today it's up to 3.21. What do you think that's telling us? I have a plot of it, too, and the plot looks like it's really down at the bottom.
Well, it hit it. So what happens with the ARMS is this, folks, is that the ARMS, when it's at 1, what it means is that equities in the New York Stock Exchange are getting the same amount of buying and selling. Okay, so the market's at an even deal. That's how this works. When you have euphoria in the marketplace, it'll get to a 3 in a 5-day ARMS. Okay, that's euphoria that Now, what happens is this. So this is what's so wild about the ARMS, folks. When it gets to, like yesterday was a 0.47, day before 0.57, day before 0.88, day before 0.43. What it means, though, this is what you want to wrap your head around, that everyone is buying the same stocks. That's what it really means, that you don't have stocks across the board getting bought. You have the same stocks getting bought. That's what a low ARMS means. When that happens, let's picture right now we all buy the same stocks. Well, guess what? Who's going to buy them off us? What is that? That's a high. When you get a low in the marketplace, that ARMS will bust up to 2, 2.5, and then your 5-day will run 8, 10, okay, or let's say 8. And what that means is that it's a flush out down to the bottom and everyone's selling the same stock, So, this one was a close call, man. Yesterday, I brought up that 5-day ARMS. I was watching it, man. I said, okay, this is low. This should be it. And bottom line, I expect it is, because when these futures open back up, folks, it's not that the S&Ps will be down a lot. They'll be down 10 or 12, though. We're down 9 at the close. The NASDAQ futures will be off about 30 or 40. And the reason that I'm saying that is that if we just look at the Qs right now, the Qs closed at 105. They're trading at 104.67. And the SPY is actually getting hit more. The SPY closed at 197.79. It's trading down 75 cents. And we were only down 60 cents, 68 cents all day. So. And that has to do, of course, with Yum and Adobe. Thus far. We'll see what else comes out overnight, but thus far, that's what it is. And then what we do have is that you have China opening tonight. So China's been closed. And if we go over to Shanghai just for a second, we'll go to LNG, Frank, okay?
Sure,
but if we go over to Shanghai, this thing hasn't been able to get out of its way, man. You have a high volume swing low at 28.50. We're at 3,052. So that's going to, we'll see whether it's going to go into that tonight. It's already into the bar. The top of the bar of the low in China is 3092, and we're at 52. So your probability is that you're going to try to get into a lower part of that. So now LNG, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's.
Yeah, I'm looking in particular at the candle for 9/11.
Okay.
And, that's the high volume candle. And I'm wondering about the body of the candle versus the shadows. It's moving up into the range of that candle.
Yeah, so the bottom of that's 50.60 or 51.50. I'd let this go further up. One of the problems you have here, Frank, is that you get the battle of the titans out here. There's two large folks that Jim Chanos folks is shot this and figures that the company's worth nothing. And then you got Carl Icahn long the baby. Now, there's 13.49% shot interest. That to me is a problem.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what it comes down to, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Anything, I don't even like to see anything over 7 or 8. But listen, this thing wants to fall apart. That's the other side of it, man. So.
Good. We'll just keep an eye on it then.
Cooking, brother.
Thank you.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. We look at some of the Dow stocks out here, folks. Let's see what we have. Well, now let's go to the biotechs, because what you want to see is this. Biotechs today, we went south. You had volume behind the move. Now what's going to happen is this, and this is always wild how this shakes out. So the weakness was in the biotechs today, and that's what brought down the composite. And if you are a trader, what you absolutely want to wrap your head around is that what the different weighting structures are, because what did happen on the open this morning, prior to the open, is that you had the IBB trading down $6. You had Illumina trading down $25. Yet the NDX 100 was flat. That's almost impossible, folks. That's what it comes down to. So that's why, when you get an opportunity like that, bottom line, if you are a trader, well, guess what? You want to sell that thing, whether you could have basically went home at 10 o'clock this morning, depending on what you traded. But bottom line is that was glaring. And that just shows you how many folks, including professionals, right, don't really understand weighting structures, ETF structures, market structure, okay? So when you start either trading, stay inside a sector and get to know that sector upside down, then move to a different sector. The longer that you do this, you'll move from sector to sector to sector. You can't know it all at once. It just doesn't happen, folks. There's way too much. But that context, you want to get your head wrapped around it. All you folks that just like going long, what you want to wrap your head around now is the XLE, okay? Because in the XLE, looks like it has real traction now. We went higher. You have the volume behind the move. You get all of the above. You wait for wait for a retracement now, because we just went up $7. But bottom line, that's the type of, well, two different things ended up happening in the XLE and the oil in general. They've been on a downtrend forever. Okay, when we take a look at the XLE, I mean, this has been a mess. The XLE went from $83 down to $58. Even if it's a dead cat bounce, it's going to try to run up to somewhere about 72. And then what you have, which is really cool, is this. The XLE and the oil and gas stocks, folks, love trading in large ranges. So then you can really get used to trading in that large range, because when you trade in a large range, you don't have to get the bottom exactly, the top exactly. You get the juice in the middle. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We're coming right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund is currently offering 4-year first mortgages on many of the fully renovated properties that it has purchased. The first mortgages are third-party appraised with a maximum loan-to-value ratio of 70%, providing a secured investment that pays a fixed return of 5% annually, which works out to a monthly income of more than $416 per $100,000 investment with your principal intact and secured. These 4-year first mortgages are perfect for anyone looking for a secured investment that provides monthly income much like a CD. For more information, email tigerfund@tfnn.com or click on the Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund banner along the right side of the tfnn.com homepage, or call our office directly at 877-518-9190. There's a limited supply, so act now.
Join Andy Hecht as he shows you how to make money in commodities. The Commodities Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. We had the Dow finish up 13, NASDAQ down 32, S&Ps are off 7.5. And inside the Dow, folks, okay, this was pretty wild when you actually look at it. So the strength inside the Dow, you had DuPont up $3.93 at $55.21. Chevron was up $2.96 at $86.99. Caterpillar was up $1.64 at $70.82, and GE was up 47. The amazing part is that with those equities up, you're talking about big numbers. The Dow still couldn't handle price. United Health was down 360. Merck was down 143, Pfizer was off 69, and Johnson & Johnson was off 134. But what that also shows is not just those equities, is that it shows that you had other equities also down, and that is lagging and bringing that Dow down. If we go take a look at the actual composite, the composite out here traded from a price point, NASDAQ composite this is, from 47.83 to 47.11. You know, it couldn't handle the downdraft that had been created out here on the 25th. Now, the thing is wild about September 25th is this, is that September 25th was when the Dow had been up, the S&Ps had been up, and then the NASDAQ went down 1.75%. That area, that's when the composite went from 785 to 659. That was the same replay of the IBB. The IBB took it south and took it south in a big way. Now, the IBB didn't allow the composite today to get higher, took it south once again, and what's going to happen tonight is going to be a shift. I suspect the IBB will do it, but what you're going to have the tech deal also bring it south. Why? Because you have Adobe trading down $8 right now, 10%. That closed at 85.15. That's at 78. Then what you're going to have is that, now this is a food company, but what's going to happen here is that this is going to bring just about every company that's doing business in China down. Why? Yum Brands closed at 83. It's trading at 68. This is going to go break its lows from August 24th. This stock has gone from 95, now it's 69. You got an ABC structure on the way down, and it's just a monster on the way down. We put this on a monthly basis, and what you're going to see is that Yum Brands wants to run into, looks like, the 65 to 55 area. You know, that is going to put a huge effect on equities that are doing a lot of business in China. And the last part of this whole deal is that China opens tonight. China's been closed, folks. If we go over and we just look at that market quickly, what you have inside this market right now, so let me just see when the last day this actually traded. So Shanghai, we are right now, we're at October 6th. Oh, there she is. Oh, this is intense. So Shanghai, the last time Shanghai traded was September 30th. Shanghai opens tonight. You know, so you get bent up buying or selling. We'll find out. But we'll find out real quickly. What that will absolutely do, though, is that you're talking about volatility, which, of course, that we have had in the marketplace, will continue to have inside this marketplace. So hold on for the ride. When the futures do open up in another hour, they'll open up at 6 o'clock. You can expect those S&Ps to be lower, the NASDAQ futures to be lower, because the S&P itself, the S&P looks like it's going to get really croaked, because the SPYs have actually gone down more after the close out here than they have been all day long. The Qs are about the same. Qs have been down another 50 cents. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it like a nice big motion picture. Step into it, take ownership of it, and fly with it. Thanks for being here, folks. Have a great night, safe night. Look forward to speaking right back here tomorrow. Go get them, folks.